Hello, this is Tumbles, and I'm here recording some commentary for the finals of a weekly that happened earlier in February. Now, I'm new to commentary, so bear with me, but I'm gonna try and I'm gonna try and talk good, I suppose. Let's fast forward to here, and I'll explain best I can. I'll try and keep the talk going about what is going on. So first things first, I'm just going to pause it briefly as it's loaded. First thing to understand about TumbledMTG, since I'm sure a lot of you knew, is we got these emblems. So whoever goes first starts with this emblem, with the key factor being you can pay 2 mana and exile to draw to an exile card from your hand. So you got this great extra card advantage, card selection. If you go second, you have, it's the coin from Hearthstone, basically, right? An extra one-time use mana. Overall, it seems that with these two emblems, people prefer to go first still, but the gap is certainly closer, and people somewhat often just choose to go second on a whim. So that's what's with that. And now let's look at what's going on with our competitors here. We got Poison the Cup, that's a real card. Let's take a quick look at some of the mana base that this is Brendan up here and Fazzer down here. We've got these really powerful tap lands that have both life gain and card selection. That's the green-black version. We have this 5-color land that you have to pay 1 when it enters. It's Edited Transcode Promenade, and it's a chromatic lantern for all your lands. We have tri-lands that enter tapped and gain 3. So Brendan's all in on the tap lands with life gain. And they're powerful cards, so I can see why. Fazzer's got something that looks like Green-Black Delver. We've got Divest. We've got Arrogant Slayer. So here's Black Delver. 1 mana 3/2 that stops your other creatures from attacking. Note that the way it's worded, if you have 2 in play, you can't attack with anything and have to figure something out. Fazzer's got, notice basic land types. A Bolt land. You can either use it as a Lotus Petal, well, kind of, it still costs a land drop, or you can pay 3 life to keep it. He's got Sudden Disintegration. Split Second, destroy target permanent mana costs 3 or less. It's a Replicate, but without Flash. Let's, oh, come on. Okay, bear with me. I'm not going to re-record, I'm just going to hop right back in. Oh, bear with me. We can do this. We have the technology. I believe in myself. All right. We are back. Okay. So, looks like... Oh, so Brendan Mold, he's got Show and Tell. Brendan is a Show and Tell deck. Which if you've never seen it... Ooh, this is going way too fast. Just going to rewind it slightly. Sorry for the scuffed commentary. Hope you're having a good time. We've got Show and Tell. Each player gets to put a card from their hand into play. Everybody gets to put something into play. All right, that's Show and Tell. Restricted. So there's no legendary type in TumbledMTG, but this is a restricted card. You can only have 1 in your deck, and the champion mechanic is kind of like companion, except there's no requirement to include it as your companion, but it tends to require you to exile something specific from your hand. They're just thinking about mulligans still as they get started, so this one becomes a monarch. I'm surprised to see it seeing play, but I guess you can show it, tell it in, and the fact that it's expensive is no big deal. Corpse Bind, this is something kind of like, well, it's a reanimation spell that acts like an aura attached to whatever you're animating. If the aura dies, so does the creature. Mindscape Panorama, 5-color land, each player draws a card. So, getting started on the actual situation here. Fazzer's got, obviously, a pretty optimal turn 1 against a combo deck, start applying pressure. And I say combo deck because it's Show and Tell. I'm not sure if this is can be characterized as full-on combo. It might be more value-oriented. Like for here, we got a board wipe creature. So far, Brendan's putting lots of these Mindscape panoramas into play. Everyone's drawing lots of cards. I wonder if Faz was actually going to discard it end of turn. Not quite. There's Dredge Beetle. Fazzer's casting Divest. We'll see what he takes. He can take one of his two big creatures that he would put into play. I would imagine he's going to pick one of those. He could pick Misappropriation as well. Let's see what he's going to do here. Note that Blossoming Defense lets you put a land into play in this format. And considering Mindscape Panorama is drawing Fazzer a million cards, that might be pretty relevant. Okay, down with the Giant. I mean, what would you take if you saw this hand and you're on some sort of green-black tempo plan? I guess you really don't want this to get show and telled in, stealing your guy, giving the monarchy. That seems pretty bad. Fazzer swings for 3 with Arrogant Slayer. He's passing with mana open rather than... Well, I guess that makes sense. One option for Fazzer could have been using his bonus mana here, play the emblem, to put Dredge Beetle into play. But I guess Dredge Beetle wouldn't be able to attack anyways, so he's just keeping Blossoming Defense up just in case. Or maybe he's got other plans for the emblem. Brendan puts the Gainland into play, and he cracks the Player 1 emblem. Drawing 2 cards, and he gets to exile 1 from his hand. Grinning Wastrel is redirects things. Can be pretty good against burn, obviously eating a burn spell. It's pretty good against pump spells, pump effects. Kozilek, another big restricted creature. It's large, not that scary if you have some sort of answer. Ooh, and Cabal Therapy. Fazzer has drawn Cabal Therapy. If you're not familiar with the Legacy All-Star card, there it is. And he named Corpsebind. So he got to strip a Corpsebind from his hand, and we might see him attack with Arrogant Slayer and then sacrifice it to Cabal Therapy again, since he has another one to replay, and I don't think Brendan's deck has a whole lot of removal, other than showing and tell board wipe creatures and stuff like that. He's going to play the Dredge Beetle and sack that to Cabal Therapy. When this enters play, mill a card for each. Oh, is this out of date? That might be. Oh, this might be. Oh, my bad for everybody watching. This is I was a little bit late commenting this this match, so this is a slightly out of date image. This ability shouldn't be there, and it should have Scavenge for 1 mana. So this is a slightly more up to date version of Dredge Beetle that you're actually looking at in the image. So you might see him flash that back for 1 mana, and that's why he didn't mill. Brendan plays another Gainland. Notice that he's still at 18, despite being hit by a 1 mana 3/2. So he just keeps playing Gainlands. But with no show and tell, Brendan's gonna have to come up with something. I guess he can poison the cup, a creature, but Brendan's got more where that comes from, and plenty of mana to play them with. Check this out. This land is very powerful land for aggro decks. Yeah, take a look. It's good. I think it's somewhat self-explanatory. Oh, so Fazzer flashback Dredge Beetle, or not flashed it back, scavenged it to pump Arrogant Slayer, and Brendan is flashing in Grinning Wastrel to redirect the pump to Grinning Wastrel. And in response, Fazzer is destroying Grinning Wastrel. Okay, and which is a little bit confusing. So once Grinning Wastrel isn't in play, oh yeah, Fazzer's right. Fazzer's right. Spirited resolves, meaning he gets to activate one of the abilities, but there's nothing to redirect. You can't redirect it because it's no longer in play, so the redirection fails. Neat. It's a pretty cool interaction. They're not quite sure about, and I honestly, I think I'd have to look that up to see how exactly that works out, but both interpretations lead to the same result in this case, that the um, ability effectively whiffs. Here's something fancy. Bizarre Vershed. Bizarre Baghdad with upside. Um, yeah, we only have one dredge card in this format. It's only dredge 3. So you can't go full vintage dredge, but it's still a powerful card. So Brendan's discarding Mindscape, Panorama, Draw Scorgan, that's the big board wipe creature, and Misappropriation. So it looks like he's planning to show and tell in Kozilek. He's not going to get the cast trigger when you cast this, draw 5 cards and exile non-Eldrazi spells. He's not going to get that, but it's still got Eradicator 1, and, well, I don't imagine he's going to use the mana generating ability. I would be surprised. But 7/5 with Eradicator 1 is nothing to sneeze at. Fazzer put a land into play off show and tell. Another land that gives your opponent a choice. This is a punish land unless your opponent can pay 4 damage to make it tapped. This just lets your opponent exile a card from their hand and draw a card if they want. And it's got some pseudo-cycling. So Brendan has the option of exiling Poison the Cup from their hands. Oh, Brendan thought he was going to draw cards off Kozilek. Yeah, that's doesn't quite work. I wonder if that was still the play, or if he should have put in Draw Scorgan. I imagine that Kozilek is better than Draw Scorgan, um, just on the basis of having 7 power instead of 4. But considering that this thing's hitting for 6, that might not be true. It might have been better to put in the Draw Scorgan. Fazzer's been sandbagging this Blossoming Defense so far. Which I suppose next turn, since this naturally, oh, it said it's swing for 6. That was my mistake. It's swing for 5 every turn. What is? Oh, he's foretelling Poison the Cup. So he'll be able to pay 2 mana to murder something and scry 2. Oh, he's just correcting how he's tapping. Yeah, Bazaar is not such an all-star in this format. It's a powerful card, but I think if you play it and tap it once, it's not particularly impressive. Although he does have Corpse Spine in his deck, so I imagine he has um, some nice lines that he can sometimes pull off using Bazaar. Brendan Fazzer's got another beetle, but he doesn't really need it because he should be able. Oh, of course, but he doesn't necessarily see Poison the Cup coming. So we'll see how he plays this. Ideally, Brendan's able to get Blossoming Defense out of the deal. But, oh, I was. They must have. Okay, my mistake. This is the completely up-to-date Dredge Beetle, and Fazzer just missed the trigger earlier, so I got a bit confused. Yeah, earlier he missed the trigger. I think didn't mill to when he was supposed to. Eh, so I thought it was more out of date than it was. Yeah, we are seeing Poison the Cup, and he's Blossoming Defense. Am I missing something, or does that not help? Oh my God! It gives hexproof. It's not just a +2/+2 effect. Wow. See, you know, new to this whole commentary thing, be nice. Actually, don't be nice. All feedback welcome. Little things, say less of this, say more of this. Um, you're not gonna hurt my feelings, so feedback appreciated. So yeah, no scry, and that should be the end of it. I think Brendan's just trying to figure out if there's some sort of line involving Bizarre Vershad to like draw 2, but if he taps Bizarre Vershad, he discards his whole hand. He draws 2, discards 3. Um, I don't think that gets him anywhere. Oh, although he's at one life, so he's alive. Fazzer plays second Arrogant Slayer, which does. Oh, and then he sacks it. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Because if he just left the two Arrogant Slayers in play, neither of them can attack. But he's just firing off Cabal Therapy from the graveyard. Gets to look at that draw Scorgan. He can't cast it, right? One, two, three, four. Oh, Eureka. Well, that. Oh, wow, interesting. So this is quite the change. I suppose Brendan can attack with Kozilek. Wonder if Fazzer chumps. Let's save him 7 damage, which might end up. Yeah, he didn't. Okay. Because this Eureka is going to put Dross Gorgon into play. And Eureka lets both people basically put as many permanents as they want from their hand into play. And that's going to wipe the board, which buys Brendan at least one more turn. He does have another Arrogant Slayer in hand, but he might be chumping Dross Gorgon. What we might see is Fazzer cast Arrogant Slayer, scavenge Drudge Beetle to pump it up so that it can trade with the Dross Gorgon, although Arrogant Slayer only has 1 power on defense, so scavenging it would only bring it up to 3 power. So I think he's just stuck chumping. Doesn't look like he's got anything else in the graveyard. Wow, I really thought Fazzer had that, but Eureka into Dross Gorgon. I guess Brendan picked the wrong card to flashback, which probably was incorrect because I don't think misappropriation, Eureka into your misappropriation would have saved Brendan there, but Dross Gorgon most certainly did. And the sudden disintegration has just been rotting in Fazzer's hand. Yeah, he chumps the Dross Gorgon. I also wonder if he was supposed to play Carnivorous Coppice earlier, because you can discard it to make a counter. So if he still had that in hand, um, I guess he would have been a mana short, and even in that case, from playing Arrogant Slayer, scavenging to pump it up, and also, oh, hold on, well, yeah, and then also using Carnivorous Coppice to get power. So wow, Fazzer actually lost that. I'm pretty surprised. Bear with me 1 sec. I'm just gonna flip right over to game 2, spoiling you in the process. I'm sure that's some other game 3. You know, pay no mind, pay no mind. Come on. Okay, there we go. All right. We got some things. Here's Cling to Dust, a real card. You might be familiar. Ooh, Backstab. There's some sideboard tech. Backstab. So quite good against black creatures. Fazzer chooses to be on the play, and he opens up with Arrogant Slayer. Brendan is playing some high-value tap lands. Fazzer plays Corroded Hollow. Brendan gets to exile a card from their hand. Basically exile, rummage away a card from their hand if they want. They're thinking. This is a tough one. Because you've got Eureka Dross Gorgon, which is probably strong. Do you exile Bazaar? Because I'm not sure what Bazaar is doing in this hand. Oh, so he chose not to exile anything. I guess what he can do is just play and tap Bazaar, and then he can, as long as he draws 1 land in his next 3 draws, he'll be able to make 3 treasures and play turn 2 Eureka. But he just lost his Gorgon to a Divest, so that's not going to play out, unless of course he just draws another Eureka payoff. Misappropriation, that kind of counts. Note that misappropriation put into play with Eureka or show and tell can enchant an untapped thing, since this text here is just a restriction on how you cast it. Brandon played tap one, so he didn't go for the turn 2 Eureka. I guess he's trying to quote unquote save up for more payoffs to put into play with it. Yeah, I wonder what to think about that. Faz's got a Autumnal Veil. Weakened Summer Veil. Ooh, Cabal Therapy naming Eureka. See, I bet Brendan's wishing he cast that on turn 2 now using Bazaar, because now he's getting farther and farther away from a payoff before Fazzer kills him. He draws card selection land. He's still at 21 because of his big fat gain lands. Cabal Therapy coming from Fazzer. As much as Fazzer isn't getting him dead, he's disrupting him so much, and Brendan hasn't put anything into play. Also, he's just playing Grinning Wastrel in response so that it can't get Cabal Therapied. And then Misappropriation. Brendan takes Misappropriation, which leaves Brendan so very far away from going off. Although, I guess, Bazaar is a lot of card selection. It can get you places fast. Sorry, I'm covering the lands with graveyards here. Mindscape Panorama, each player draws a card. Ooh. This Autumnal Veil is huge. That was supposed to be a nice efficient 2-for-1 for Brendan, but instead it's a 2-for-1 for Autumnal Veil. If you count denying a 2-for-1 as drawing 2 cards, that's a 3-for-1. Does that logic hold up? I think in this case it pretty much does. Brendan's got another one in the chamber, but that was a massive blow, I would say. Third Vision, black cantrip, 1-mana anticipate, lose 2 life. Let's see, we can't see what he's choosing. He grabs an extirpate. Oh, interesting. Is he planning to extirpate Eureka, maybe? One thing I haven't spotlighted, sorry, is Resolute Archangel. It's a real card. Canon card, I could say. Fazzer plays Overgrown Crypt. I like how Fazzer's life total is 6 points lower than Brendan's. It's kind of funny. Brendan's gained 7 life from tap lands. Ooh, Brendan didn't attack. Oh yeah, he doesn't. This only has menace if you pay for it. Ooh, Emrakul. There's a big fat thing. Although if you were to put Emrakul into play with Show and Tell or something right now, Fazzer doesn't actually have anything in exile to cast, but still a spooky thing. Eradicator too isn't something to sneeze at. Oh my god, are we seeing another countered backstab? Fazzer's hesitating. I would be surprised if there's no way he lets that resolve. Yeah, wait. Oh, okay, sorry, I sped through that a bit. Blossoming Defense to protect backstab, but then Brendan's, I would say, pet card Grinning Wastrel comes in and eats the pump effect. Steals the +2/+2. Oh, well, of course. He didn't cast Grinning Wastrel, he just activated its ability. Ooh, that probably doesn't feel too good because Brendan just kind of got baited by an onboard trick. Yeah, seems that way. Am I not missing anything, am I? Nope. All right, Corpse Bind entering, targeting Emrakul. Okay. Oh, and Fazzer's countering a lot of spells for a green-black deck. Um, Corpse Bind, I think technically remains in play, um, but perhaps neither of them will notice or care. Fazzer might point it out. No? Okay. Technically, Corpse Bind would remain in play, just the way it's written, if it what it's trying to reanimate gets exiled in response. But you have the classic Vampire Nighthawk. Brendan is out of cards. Ooh, I wonder if playing lands is correct right now. You do get card selection from the land itself, but you could also save up cards in hand to loot away with Bazaar. I wonder what's the better way of finding a payoff. I want to say Bazaar, sandbaking cards in hand for Bazaar, but it's hard to be sure. Gabriel Kane, there's a restricted card, another champion being cited in. Or maybe not cited in, but being main deck. Another Corpse Bind. Oh, but we've got extirpates on deck. Ooh. Ooh. Oh no, he's targeting Dross Gorgon. He's targeting Dross Gorgon. So I thought he was targeting Corpse Bind for a minute there and was getting the old extirpate one for one. What was that? Oh, he accidentally put that into play from the library, just as a mistake. I'll let you look at it since it peeked its head out. Resolute Archangel's back, and Brendan is at five mana. Can't really count Bazaar. Did you draw Gorgon right there? Oh, because he was wondering if he searched or something. Oh, sequencing. Ah, Brendan. Yeah. So Brendan's supposed to have the Corpse Bind in hand. Yeah, which he fixed. Okay. Miscommunication, but we are back online. Ooh, we're dealing libraries. Casting Corpse Bind, targeting. Ooh. Guess it doesn't much matter. Or I guess it would be Dross Gorgon is the only real target, but it is getting extirpated. He's tapping the Bazaar. He's going to draw 2, discard 2. Not quite enough lands to get treasures. So once again, technically there should be 2 Corpse Binds in play that aren't doing anything, but I believe it's irrelevant to the matchup, so they either don't know or don't care. Okay, more Vampire Nighthawk bees. We have gotten Brendan under 20 life. Fazzer, Speak Down are getting it. Why didn't he play any spells there? Is he bluffing something? Okay, he's gonna scry 3. Why wouldn't you put like a Scale Sower in play? I guess it gets blocked by the Wastrel anyways, and he just wants to bluff cards in hand. I guess that makes sense. Divest is going to whiff, but I imagine he's going to strip the show and tell away with Davriel. Yeah. Then we're swinging for 2. Another gain 2 sleight of hand land. Drudge Beetle. Mill a bit. He milled. Here's a card we haven't highlighted yet. Sinister Edict. In the graveyard, though. do feel a bit like the Scale Store is probably supposed to be attacking this turn, but I think we can see that Fazzer's got this one. Show and tell on deck, but we are corpse binding for the one of. Sure. He named Kozilek. Oh, this isn't a graveyard at all. Wait, neither is that. Here we go. That's what I wanted to have open. We're attacking, getting in for 4. The life total is starting to slip. Another gain 2. Look at top 2, put 1 on the bottom. Corpse binding, misappropriation. The draw card. That was escaped by Fazzer. Oh, I guess maybe that's something he was planning to do earlier. Did I miss a trick? No, he didn't do it. Maybe, I'm not sure. That time I thought Scale Store should be played earlier. Might have had something to do with that. Putrid Leech, another cannon card, making an appearance. Well, with a Blossoming Defense in hand, I guess that a lot of things could happen. I mean, ooh, there's the Kozilek that Fazzer named. Just the timing didn't quite work out. Does Kozilek save Fazzer? I don't believe so. This is effectively a 4/4. This has flying, can't be blocked, but it's a bit slow. It can trade with Kozilek if he's attacking with Kozilek. This edict is probably pretty good. I imagine Fazzer's going to pay 3 life. So now, if Fazzer attacked in with everything, presumably the Putrid Leech would get blocked. That'd be 7 damage. Ooh, if the Putrid Leech got blocked, he could Blossoming Defense to trade with Kozilek. Oh, I see he's Scavenging Dredge Beetle. That was supposed to go. Did he accidentally put that back in his graveyard? I hope that doesn't come up again. Ooh, here, just like we were thinking here. I imagine Faz is gonna pay 2 life and cast Blossoming Defense. Oh no, he's just going for the. Is that a kill? 5, 9. Oh, that is. That's the kill. Well, there you go. I was focusing on the wrong thing. And we have the final game. Come on, work with me, work with me. Okay. Oop. Sorry. Being impatient. Brendan is choosing to play first. We have a couple, I think, reasonable hands. Reasonable-ish. Brendan doesn't really have a plan with this hand, but he's got some card selection. He's got a lot of juicy stuff. There's a lot of draws that he can find to either try and reanimate Droskorgan or show and tell something into play. Fazzer is giving Brendan some card selection. He's going to exile a land and find Bazaar. Okay. Fazzer used his player 2 emblem to put Nega Scale Soar into play turn 1. Pretty decent. Kind of gives you a one-time tempo boost to make up for the fact that you're overall at a tempo loss, just like the player 1 emblem gives you a card advantage boost later in the game to make up the fact that you're more card advantage. Not that those are issues that need to be rectified, but they're quite enjoyable to play with, and they do even out player one advantage a little bit. This one, Archangel. Brendan needs some sort. Well, Brendan can Bazaar to loot things into the graveyard for Corpse Bind. He would have to somehow play around Extirpate for that really to work for him. But you've got a Punish Land. He's not going to play this turn. He's going to play the Rummage Land. Brendan's casting Grinning Wastrel to chump a Scale Sower. Or not chump a Scale Sower, just block a Scale Sower. We've got an Emrakul. And it looks like Brendan's likely going to go for the Corpse Bind play, if I had to guess. Ooh, he might discard 3 lands to make 3 treasures. He might just be hard casting something large. So he can either... Ooh, is this what's happening here? Vibrant Seabed, he discarded 1 land so far. Fungus Gorge. Oh, and Emrakul, so he's not making treasures with it. I guess he wouldn't have been able to cast anything too soon anyways. He would have had 6 mana on board. Yeah, Extirpate's hitting Emrakul. Draw Scorgon 7, Resolute Archangel is 7. But and all his lands enter tapped, so I mean that was probably his highest upside play. Fazzer does have a lot of grave hate between Cling to Dust and forgot to mill for Beetle. Oh, okay. So he missed another one of those triggers. Let's take a look at that graveyard, see what we milled. Sure. Punisher land. Brendan didn't pay, so we just got it untapped. Scavenging Beetle onto a Beetle. Wouldn't you scavenge onto... No, I guess that doesn't really matter. Ooh, we've got a Blossoming Defense, and Brendan does not have the mana open to redirect to the pump effect to itself. So he's taken 6, losing his creature. This is not looking super good for Brendan. Although I say that, but if he cracks Bizarre Vershed, draws maybe like a land to make treasures with and an untapped basic. Oh, Eureka. But he can't dig up the mana for Eureka this turn. I guess he's got Grinning Wastrel to soak up some damage for a turn, and then he'll be able to reset himself to 20 life and wipe the board. Seems pretty decent. Ooh, he cracks his emblem. Draws a land and backstab, exiles the land. Fazzer's drawing a forest. Getting him down low, but let's see. So this next turn is going to be interesting. He's Cabal Therapying. Ooh. So what's he going to name? This is really, really important. So right now he's just resolving the death trigger for Scale Sower. But now, if he names Eureka, he named Corpse Bind. He named Corpse Bind. If he had named Eureka, I mean, that's presumably game. It's at least a pretty big deal, but whiffing on that Cabal Therapy. Resolute Archangel resetting Brendan to 20 life is going to be a really big deal. Let's see. We're going to pass, and we're going to probably see this Eureka get cast. Oh, there's the Corpse Bind he tried to grab, so he has his pick. I Assume. Oh yeah, of course he'd Eureka because he can just Eureka in the corpse bind. Okay, there's draw Scorgan. I feel like he should have sandbagged that to bait Fazzer into playing another creature to die, but ooh, like how do you feel if you're Fazzer right now? Fazzer Archangel draw Scorgan, you almost had him dead, and 20 life wiped the board. Corpse bind back. Let's see here. I guess another draw Scorgan. Or something from Fazzer's graveyard, I guess. I guess he could put like Putrid Leech into play. Ooh. He chose. Oh, you can't actually choose that. Do they know? Yeah. There you go. That works. So 2 draw Scorgans. They're both at 20. Draw Scorgan is probably. Oh, there's Punisher Land. Fazzer's playing out his Vampire Nighthawk and pumping it up with Drudge Beetle. Countering yet another backstab. Oh, wow. And it's still going to have Hexproof from black until end of turn, so this backstab is going to be stuck in hand. Oh my gosh, these Hexproof effects have done a lot of work here. No attacks from Brendan. I feel like you attack with the 5/5, right? Force him to trade. Oh. I guess the longer the game goes, maybe the better off for you, because you've got more massive things like Resolute Archangel to draw into. Discarding this to put a counter on the Vampire Nighthawk, which is going to make it really hard to race. I mean, a 5/6 flying Death Touch Lifelinker. I mean, the Death Touch isn't too relevant anymore, but the Lifelink and flying most certainly are relevant. A couple 4/4s to hold down the ground. Of course, I think backstab. I was about to say backstab's finally going to get to shine, but it's really not, though. Oh no. Every time. Every time. That is something. So Brendan's decided he needs to try and race. And Fazzer's going to trade with one of the Gorgons, paying 2 life to pump it before they hit each other. A 5/5 without lifelink does not race a 5/5, well, 5/6 with a lifelink. Fazzer attacks, knocks him down to 6. Nice juicy 9. Oh my gosh, wait, can he put that into play anyhow? No, I don't believe he has the mana for it. Finally, Vampire Nighthawk does go down to the 3rd backstab. Well, this game. I think it's the 19th in total. Fazzer says, come on, but let's be real, Fazzer. I mean, that Vampire Nighthawk was on borrowed time. And now it's all going to depend. Can Fazzer close out that last 6 points of damage before Brendan can put this Resolute Archangel into play? Because I think that Resolute Archangel is going to be too much for Brendan. All right, sorry, too much for Fazzer. He's only at 4 mana right now, though, since these Bazaars don't tap for mana. Oh, wait, no, yes, of course they do. Transcope Promenade. These Bazaars absolutely can tap for mana. Wouldn't be surprised. They probably have been tapped for mana so far, and I just missed it. So he's only 1 mana away from casting Resolute Archangel. It's foretelling Poison the Cup. This is actually looking like Brendan's game, I think. I mean, Fazzer just doesn't have the board right now. He can't stop drawing lands. He'll probably discard this to scry 3. Brendan's taken out Putrid Leech. And he draws Eureka. Oh my God. How much life has he gained? Because what was his life total before the last one? He was at like I want to say something like 4 life. Let's see if I can find it in the. Oh, I'm never gonna find it in here, am I? Oh, Resolute Archangel. He was at 6 life before, and that's what he was at just now, was it not? Yeah. So twice in this game, Brendan was at 6 life, and Resolute Archangel brought him back from them. So that's 28 life gained with Resolute Archangel. 30, 32. Any life gain in the graveyard? Don't believe so. So Brendan has gained 32 life this game. It's a lot for a poor little putrid leech to have to eat through. Wait a minute, is this game not over? Is Fazzer still in this game? Oh my God, that's cruel. I wonder what these must be so bad against like control and stuff. Um, they seem pretty good here. Vampire Nighthawk though. No, he's just taking the 4 because he's more concerned with getting Brennan dead than protecting his own life total, presumably. Ooh, this is going to be a lot of card draw. Cling to Dust. Ooh, so this is going to enter tap this turn. But next turn, that's the 7th mana Brendan needs for another Resolute Archangel, which is a little bit rude, I think is one way to put it. Fazzer takes 9. Nope, 7. Wait, why 7? Not sure. Ooh, that's a show and tell. Fazzer cycles Easy Prey. Minds show and tell off Mindscape Panorama. Cling to Dust. Exiling Eureka to draw a card. Don't think Arrogant Slayer is going to do it, but he's got another Cling to Dust this turn targeting. Oh, another Eureka. Okay, sure. Drawing another land. Feels like Fazzer's flooding, but maybe not. The ratio doesn't look insane. There's another cheap redraw. What could Fazzer even be drawing towards at this point? I guess he can swing, pump up Vampire Nighthawk, and gain enough life to keep on going. He can discard this to gain 3 life. Passes. There's another Eureka. Brennan's got every which way he wants to put an Archangel into play. But he might not. He might just feeling comfy at 14 life. I think this is looking a bit ugly. Ooh, he eats the Angel, pumping up Vampire Nighthawk. Show and tell Tron. Um, man, this would be looking pretty good for Fazzer if Brendan didn't have a third Resolute Archangel in hand. Yikes. Takes 5 from the Gorgon, draws another card with Cling to Dust. Is he going to pump one of his creatures with Carnivorous Coppice? He is. Oh god. Another Vampire Nighthawk. Wait. Since these Death Touch creatures can trade off with Dross Gorgon, how is Fazzer still in this? This game is insane. It can't be the case that Fazzer still has a shot, right? Brendan rummages away basically his entire hand with Fazzer, which makes sense because he doesn't need stuff like Show and Tell anymore to cast Resolute Archangel. He's got a million lands. Wow. Okay, Cling to Dust. This Cling to Dust is doing so much work. I gotta think that if Fazzer wasn't drawing 3 cards a turn, he would not be still in this. Oh, wow. It's actually looking. Oh my god, wait a minute. 6 life. 6 life. The prophecy. 666. The prophecy. 6 life to 20 3 times with Resolute Archangel. No, he gained 2 first. He's ruined the entire prophecy. Okay, are we going to see a Monarch emblem this game? It's not very common in TumbledMTG. The Monarchy is not a very push mechanic. But I guess Grundov's kind of playable in Show and Tell. Not sure if it's even good in this instance. Actually, yeah, that's probably good. Well, I mean, Brendan's going to be able to take back the Monarchy right away. Nope, but he chose to put in Resolute Archangel first. Fazzer's discarding lands for life. He's drawing cards with Cling to Dust. Got a handful of Arrogant Slayers. Can't really put them into play without actually hurting his clock. Cycle Easy Prey. More lands. Swing for 5. Trade with an Angel. And he does put one of the Arrogant Slayers into play. I guess that does kind of increase the clock. Ooh, Cruel Reality. Okay, this has to put it away. Where's the... Oh, it's over here. Cruel Reality. Enchanted players upkeep, they sacrifice a creature. Now, that just... I guess he's just going to sacrifice an Arrogant Slayer every turn? This is wild. How long... I mean, Fazzer does have Cling to Dust. How long is Fazzer going to be able to chew through this Cruel Reality? I mean, he's got 2 more turns of attacking right here. Putrid Leech hasn't attacked in quite a while. Brendan draws tap land, probably plays Grundov. You can't stifle that with the Tunnel Veil. Not familiar with the Monarchy, you draw a card every turn, but if you take combat damage, your opponent gets to steal it. And so, he can give Arrogant Slayer Menace and attack with both of these. Oh, he's not even going to bother. He's going for blood. Oh, well, I guess if Faz is going to be having to sacrifice something to Cruel Reality, he's not too worried about getting attacked. Fazzer's cycling Autumnal Veil. Always a sign of desperation there. Extirpate. These cards don't really do it, right? I think this is it. Okay, Fazzer's got something 300 IQ. Exiling Gorgon with Grundov? Oh, so Fazzer's saying if Brendan had exiled Gorgon with Grundov, which would have wiped the board, that's definitely some 5D chess stuff. I'm not sure if that's better than what he did. I mean, what he did won the game pretty good, but wow. And that's the conclusion. Brendan takes it down with Show and Tell. Show and Tell Eureka. Wow, that is something. Okay, I'm going to finish this video with... Ooh, it's a little bit dangerous. I'm just going to hide this briefly. I'm just going to take a quick glance at their lists on the website. I'm also going to be putting both their lists in the description, along with the rest of the tournament results. It was a small tournament. Actually, let's see. Let's browse it this way. Sorry, I know you've got a black screen. It's gone in just a second. Nope, not that one. Yep. No, anyways, I'll put it in the description. Um, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Feedback welcome. Share it. Play TumbledMTG. Every weekly has a $10 prize for first place. It's a single elimination tournament. Quick to play. Grab a list from the website and hop in. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.